It's a little dark in here. Excuse me. Excuse me, people. It's not too bad. Okay. Hello. I hope you guys can hear me okay. I'm gonna test this out. Hello. I hope you guys can hear me okay. I'm gonna test this out. Okay, so I got a new microphone and I hate how big it is. It's sitting way over here away from me. So hopefully this is gonna work because it's wireless. I don't have a cord attached to me because I end up getting up and dropping my computer because I forget that I'm plugged in. So, welcome to my life. Hey, everyone. So it looks like I got a little bug on me, which bugs are cute, but you know, details. Hey, everyone. Now I've so since I'm going to start doing these Wednesday lives, I may not be fresh as a peach. So I might look a little, after work look. So I just wanted to let you guys know that. So if you see me looking a little haggard, hair up in a half ponytail, whatever, it doesn't take away from the love of what I do. It's just, get home, cook dinner, and then jump on. So last week I felt like was a total disaster. It was just yeah, go back and watch both videos because my computer died because I forgot to plug it in. And so I just wasn't fully prepared. But I mean, that's kind of how I work. I work best under pressure. I always have. However, this week we're just going to do some chatting. We're not really making anything or anything like that, but we've gotten a whole slew of new members to the group. And so I always, when a new member comes on, they're coming here to learn. And since I'm baby lock, the number one thing that most people want to learn is about IQ Designer. And y'all know I mostly work in IQ Designer. So this is going to be a refresher for most people that have been in the group for a long time. But it's always good to brush up on your skills. So I have no plan. I'm just going to talk about the buttons, the keys, combining doing little stuff. I'm not going to get deep. I'm not going to be doing any scanning or anything like that. It's just a quick overview. Now, the other thing, there was something else I wanted to discuss with you guys, but it'll come back. So what I'm noticing is we may not get as many people joining on during Wednesday nights. It's a weird time. But if you're rewatching this, welcome. If you're new to the group, my name is Anna, and I'm a national baby lock educator, and this is what I do. I love what I do. I get to teach on top of the line machines and share the love of sewing, quilting, embroidery. I love what I do, and I can say that over and over and over a billion times. But I do want to make sure there's no hello, California. Hey, California. Okay, there are a couple Californias, North Carolina, Georgia. Hey, Ronnie. Okay, so if you're rewatching this, you can always watch anytime. These videos stay up. I don't take any of them down. I'll just make another video eventually about how to find different, but actually, you know what? Let's do that now. When you're new to the group, there is a way to see past videos that we do. They're all lives, but they save so you can rewatch them. I have a running list, but I usually wait a couple months to update the list. So I'll show you how you can kind of go through the Facebook page to see how to find things. And then I'll show you how to access the list. But then again, we're going to jump over and I'll show you some cool things in IQ Designer. All right, so let's do some sharing. I'm not really super prepared for this, but let's do it. Oh, wait. One second, guys. I have to really apparently that I have to be super prepared for this part. You should be able to see my screen now. There we go. So I'm going to go to my Facebook. And again, ask questions as we're going along. Hey, Terry, how far are you from Ridgeland in Mississippi? I'm doing an event there, December 1st and 2nd. Okay, so you see my regular homebook Facebook page, and that was my homepage. And here is the Forever BB Louise homepage, which you're in right now. You're watching from that page. When you clicked on to watch this, that's what you're doing right now. You're there. So here's where I love for you guys to post different things. You can see there. That is kind of crazy. That's where the live is happening now. Judy Murray, she created this adorable top using embroidery. I love this. And you can see everything that's happening. People post, what I post, everything else. If you're looking for old videos, you can always do the scroll. Just keep doing the scroll. But there is an easier way. If you go, and I'm not quite sure how it works in your tablet or whatever. I'd have to jump out, jump back on, but this is on the computer, so it may be very similar. So up at the top here, you're going to see discussion, your items, maybe members, maybe events, but you will see a media. So you click on that. Yeah, click on that. Oh, there it comes. Okay. And what you're going to see is all the pictures in our group, some, the videos and all that are in here, but you see photos, then you see videos. If you click on that, here's all of our silly, crazy, fun videos that we've done over the past couple years, right? Oh my gosh, you guys, I can't believe it's been like 2 years. And so you can go and always click on one and see what's happening. Now, some of these are just me playing around, but what I've noticed, see the black ones here? This is really weird. If you click on it, these are my lives. And why they start black, I think it's because in the very beginning, the screen is black. But you can see right here, those are the lives. So this is Spooky Good Times, Spooky Good Time Ghost. So I'll show you if I can zoom down a little, if I can roll down a little bit. Can I roll down? I can't because I have a zoom bar in the way. Can I move that? Oh, I can move it. You can't see this, but I can. Okay. Oh, let's turn my voice off. You can scroll through, you can pause, you can do whatever. And this is what we made on that day. If I can get to the final picture of me getting all excited, because that's usually what I do. There it is. So we made these cute little boos. Are they not adorable? So you can always kind of click on them and see what videos are there. But also, let me click out of here. There is another way, but get rid of me. Okay, there is another way to see the videos kind of in a list. But again, remember that it takes me a little while to update them. So the list, but the list is pretty darn big right now. So if you go to files, so you're going to see the word files up at the top, you're going to scroll down, and here's things that I can post that are actual files. So you can scroll all the way down and look at the bottom. There's an IQ, keychain IQ directions. Now, I don't write directions for everything because I don't have a lot of time, but you can find whatever you want. In this, there's even, there's a JPEG to play with, all kind of stuff. Here, if you use a machine that has a PES design, here's some embroidery designs. You see where it says PES? Y'all see that? If it has PES at the end, those are free embroidery designs. But what you're going to look for is the Facebook Live video list, new. It's going to say new. You're going to click on it, and it's going to bring you to this page. You're going to click on this little area right here. And if you're in your computer, it will probably, it'll save somewhere on your computer. Usually it's in your downloads. So I'm just going to open, my downloads happen to be up here. I'm going to open it up. If you're on an Apple, I don't know what it is. So here you go. Look, starting with the very first one, and it was bad, guys. Y'all, I mean, it's bad now. It was really bad in the beginning. Those of you who've been with me since the beginning, y'all know. Y'all are my eyes and ears. Okay, so I'm going to scroll down. You can see there's quite a few videos, and a lot of them are projects. And the reason why I do projects is because it helps you learn. You're pushing buttons. That's the most important way to learn a sewing machine, is to push all the buttons. So let's look at, let's see, Trapunto with IQ Designer. All I have to do is click the link, the blue link, and watch. There's the video right there. Right there. I was on the other side of the room then. No, this is the same side. So if I open that up, you're going to see, oh, I can move this bar again that you can't see. You can see how things have changed, obviously. But I'm going to go through the whole process of creating a Trapunto using IQ Designer. It's really, really cool. So I can X out of that, and I can go back. You can save this list to your computer if you'd like, and that way you can go back. Because not only do we make projects using IQ to make keychains, ornaments, everything about embroidery functions, scanning fabric and turning it into embroidery, making applique with IQ Designer. And you're just going to scroll down and find whatever you want to learn. Let me see. I'm just looking for some. There's also, I do put our Q&As up there because there might be some questions you want to know. New Baby Lock Design Suite. Hope Yoda are centering really. Hey, Nicole Gilbert. That was such a great episode or a video. I had so much fun with Nicole Gilbert. She is awesome. This Bluebird paper piecing project was with Jory Snyder, so you might want to check that out. But the last one I have here was probably a little long ago. Mini Live, more IQ directions, but adding phrases to pre-made items with IQ Designer. Ooh, kind of interesting, huh? So with that being said, I'm going to jump out of that because that's kind of a long explanation about how to find our videos. But if you know, or if you just have questions, type them in the group. I'll see it. Usually the group members see it first and they answer for me because they know I got a lot going on. I do check every night, but during the day, it's a little hard for me because I do work. But that's not why you're here, right? The reason why you're here is to see what I'm going to show you with IQ Designer. So we are going basic, guys. And if you have a machine, a Baby Lock machine that has IQ Designer, and let's talk about those. That's the Destiny, the Altair Meridian, and the Altair 2 and the Meridian 2. All the versions of the Solaris. Hold on one second. Let me make sure that, okay, there we go. It's been raining here. So all of those machines, and I'll give you a little secret. Those brother machines that have My Design Center, a lot of this works exactly the same. Okay. Big nod to you. So a great way to learn is not only through your local dealership, but we have this great Mastering IQ book. And no, I don't make anything off of this, but I did get to have a project in there. This is a great way to learn at home when you're not watching a video or anything. It goes through all kind of IQ Designer projects from beginning to advanced. And I highly suggest you grab this book. Call your dealer or your Baby Lock retailer. I always say dealer. It sounds like I'm talking about a drug dealer. Retailer, and they can get you this book. It's amazing. And not just because I have something in it, but my friends have a lot of stuff in it too. Okay. Let me set that down so I don't lose it or hurt it. Yeah, Norma, isn't it great? Terry, you're 3 hours south of Jackson. That's all. That's all. Well, if you decide to come, I'd love to meet you. All right. Now I'm just checking for questions. This is the only way I can do it because I'm doing a new thing. I'm trying to use my new phone. I got a new phone as my camera because the camera I've been using just looks so dark and icky. So I have to use my iPad for questions. So that is one thing you can use. Also, BabyLock has tons of videos. There are tons of, I shouldn't say tons, there's many BabyLock educators that have Facebook groups. And there is a list under that file section of the BabyLock educators and their Facebook groups. I need to update it a little bit because I think I need to add Jory's. But make sure to follow them too and watch them. You're going to learn so much, not only just about IQ Designer and embroidery. If you want to learn a lot of sewing stuff, follow these ladies and gentlemen. They are amazing. Okay, let's get over to while you're here. I'm going to switch my camera over, but I'm going to be kind of jogging it a little bit because I kind of want to get in focus here. And then I'm going to have to tape it down because I'm still learning this little holder here. Oops. Oh, hey. Okay. You know, that's kind of okay. I'm going to actually put a piece of tape to hold this thing down because y'all know I am so clumsy. I knock things over all the time. So let me put a little piece of tape down. All right. Okay. Let's go home. All right. I am using a wired mouse. I just love using a wired mouse because it really does help me really work in minute steps. You can use your finger. You can always use a stylus like this. BabyLock had some, but I'm not sure if they're still making them. I'm going to have to see. I should find out. You can use something like this. It has a plastic point on the end. It really helps. You can use it and not scratch your screen. Oops, there we go. Let's go back out. I got this one from Gloria Horn. Y'all know I love me some Gloria. And if she has any in her shop, hit her up. She will get you one of these. And it's pink. Pink, my favorite color. So let's talk about what IQ Designer does as a whole. There are a million different things that I feel like that IQ Designer can do. So if we click on IQ Designer, we can, and let's open it up. All right. She's calibrating here. I can take in, and this is going to sound, you're going to get excited because if you're new to this, you're going to be like, really? Can I? When I say pictures, I don't mean full-blown pictures of you and your family and bring them in and turn them into embroidery. The digitizing is beautiful in this, but it's not that strong. You need embroidery software to do that. But if I wanted to bring an image in, and I have some in here, I just have to find it, as a clip art, you can bring that in and turn it into an embroidery. And what do I mean by that? Well, I'm going to show you. So, oh, you know what? I did it wrong. Y'all help a sister out. You know me. I'm always pushing the wrong buttons. Here we go. So these are all things that I have sent over to the machine to use to design something. So let me see what this one is right here. Oh, that's my coffin class, my coffin Dresden class. Oh, perfect. Here we go. This flower little dealio right here. So let's hit set. And where did I find this? On Google. Just clip art, flowers. This is the way I do it, and it's the best way, I think. You're going to go to Google, type in flower, clip art, black and white. So I'm going to hit set. Now, see how it brings everything in? I'll erase all that. I'll erase anything that's hanging out, but I'm going to turn the background down and you can see my drawing there. But I have all these other little things that are happening, and I'm just going to quickly erase all those lines. We don't need those lines. Actually, really, if I was really going to play with this, I would take away most of those flowers too, but we're just playing right now. So this is what I mean when I say you can bring in an image. And let me make one thing very, very clear. An IQ designer, when you bring something in, it is an image. It is not embroidery yet. We have to tell it to be embroidery. The other thing is you cannot bring an embroidery design over here. That's not what it is. Think of this as artwork. You're bringing artwork over to this side. I'm actually going to turn some of my settings off because it's kind of annoying. Oops, that's the wrong one. And I have many videos where I show you how to do all this. Okay, so this guy right here, I can turn into embroidery. Watch it, watch me. First, I'm going to change the outline, and I'm just going to do it really quickly, and I'll talk about this here in just a few moments, okay? And what I'm doing. I'll turn everything that is black, green. I changed the line, and now I'm going to put some color in this middle flower right here. Ready? So I'm going to go to my fill properties. I'll talk about this in just a moment. I'm going to click a paint. I'm going to go, and you can barely see the design on my screen, right? Okay, I'm going to start adding some stitching to there, and then I'm going to go back and select a yellow. Why not? And we're going to put it right there. All right. And now what I'm going to do is just kind of, oops, I didn't want to turn the whole background yellow. All right. So I'm done with that. I'm going to select the next box here. And by selecting next, I have just digitized. That's how quick you can take a nice line design and turn it into embroidery. Can you write out your name, scan it in, and turn it into embroidery? Heck yeah, you can. If you have a really nice, kind of big handwriting of, let's say, a recipe, and you can't, it's really hard for tiny, tiny, tiny letters, like grandma wrote really, really tiny. If she was kind of more of a bubbly girl like me, it would show up pretty decently. Okay, let's zoom in and take a look at my embroidery. Oops, let's go back. There it is. Doesn't look like much, right? Well, if I hit set and okay, and I'm in the Solaris, this right here will stitch out. I know it looks crazy. Let me zoom in this way. Actually, this will look better. Here we go. Can you see all the stitches? How cool is that? Yeah, Roseanne, it is so fun. Sending hugs and prayers. Yeah, okay, Norma, I'm so glad that you said that because I sent her a message and I haven't been able to read her reply. I was eating dinner and all that. I need to, I'm going to read it after I get off and see how she's doing. Our sweet Melinda Bigley, so blessed, remember that name, has really hurt, I think she said broke her arm. So please wish her a speedy recovery because she's one of the best people I know. Okay, so Melinda, love you. I hope you get so much better and good pain pills. Okay, here we go. Do you see how cute that's going to be stitched out? I love this. This is so fun. Now I'm going to zoom out because that is one thing you can do with IQ Designer. What else can we, I'm not going to save this because I really want to take this design and really play with it and have a lot of fun. What else can we do? I will show you some samples here in a little bit, but I'm going backwards. So I'm going to go to IQ Designer. Who loves quilting? Now you may not be a quilter per se, but maybe you like to make, this one I did not make, but somebody who is on tonight made this for me. I love, love, love this hot pad that I can't bear to use it. It's hanging up. So she got just a regular embroidery design. She did not design this that I know of. This is just a pre-bought one. And you see the little circles going all the way around it. I like to call that quilting. But in Baby Lock world, we call them decorative fills. But look how pretty that is. I do love these, by the way, so I love this one. The colors are, Ronnie, the colors are so pretty on this. But this is one I cannot even put in the kitchen because Jason would get it all dirty. So, and no, that's my prize. So fills are just something you can do. You can have a lot of fun with them. You can really create a lot of cool stuff with them. But if we wanted to do like, you know, a pattern fill or something that goes behind your embroidery, or maybe you just want to use it as quilting on a bag you're making, or kind of like, and I don't want to say it's actual quilting, but you can make it kind of look like quilting if you're doing, you know, a smaller but bigger project. Let's put it that way. Maybe a small table runner. So I'm going to grab a shape and let me go over the properties real quick. All right. So right up here, you see this, and again, I'm on the Solaris, but if you're on the Altair Meridian or a Destiny, you're going to see the same things. They may be in a different spot. They may be a different shape, but they're basically the same. So this top grouping right here is your line properties. So this is where I can tell my line to either be a satin stitch, a straight stitch, a triple stitch. I can have some decorative stitches. I can even turn it off. And watch some of my videos. I turn off these stitches all the time. And, you know, I'm not going to go into it tonight, but there's a great reason why we do it. The next grouping is your fill stitches. Okay. So we're going to click on that. And what we have is the one I used earlier was a complete full satin fill. So just like in the leaves here, just a full fill, not an open airy fill, just a full fill. Then we have stippling. You got stippling, y'all. Y'all, I love it. Yes, Ernestine, me too. I love quilting in the hood. That's because I'm a terrible quilter. I can piece something like nobody's business, but you get me trying to free motion something, y'all are going to say a 6-year-old did it. Actually, a 6-year-old would probably do better. So this makes me look good. Okay, so we can do stippling. Now, these little bubbles right next to it, these are your decorative fills. Depending on which model you have, if you have the Solaris or you have, or let me start with the Meridian. You have the Meridian and the Altair. You are going to have a certain amount of fills. If you've gotten the upgrade to Meridian 2, Altair 2, you've now got as many fills as the Solaris. So it's pretty cool. So I say, get that. Melinda, we were just saying, oh my gosh, everybody, Melinda's on. Everybody, please give her some love. Melinda, we were just saying, we hope you get better. So, and I haven't checked my text yet. So I'm going to be checking it right after. All right, everybody give her some hearts, please. Lots of hearts. Okay. So right back here, when you push those little bubbles, what you're going to do is you're going to hit the select button. There we go. There's some pretty hearts. Oh, guys, I love y'all. Oh, we love you too. We love you. And I'm going to get in touch with you. All right. So what we're going to do is select. Okay. And this is going to show us our fills. Now, custom, if you got a Solaris Vision, you're going to see the word custom up there. Those are ones that you maybe have built in Palette, or this is where you can bring in those beautiful Design Suite designs. Now, we can only bring them in, and I'm sorry, I don't know why, into the Solaris. However, if you have Palette 11, you can bring them into Palette 11, make a design, and bring it over to your Meridian or Altair. But those are some of them. Okay, so on my Solaris, I do have quite a few fills that are built in. I have 48. That one being one of my favorites, but there's also a honeycomb. So I have all these fills to play with. So I'm just going to click OK and go back. Right below it, I have an eraser. That's my favorite tool because I'm always messing up. But these are really fun to play with next. And that's your shapes. You have a ton of shapes to play with. To make anything, you can create in the hoop projects. That's what we love to do in Forever BB Louise here at the Beehive. I love to make in the hoop projects. And you can design your own. So we've got basic shapes. We've got closed shapes. And then we have some open and airy shapes, some really fun things to play with. Now, I understand that when you buy a new embroidery machine, and if you're not new to embroidery machines, we have a ton of designs that we never use. I'm going to tell you even the embroidery designs and these in the Baby Lock machines are impeccable. So use them. They're beautiful. I use them a lot because they're fun and they're already built into my machine. What else do I need? You know, of course, I like to purchase some. I love Xandra Shaw's designs, Evie Hawkins. I'm probably leaving, or I will be Hope Yoder when she used to make her designs. But I am kind of partial to those. So, you know, there's a lot of stuff in your machine that you can use. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to select a flower. Let's say we're going to make a, let's just say a pot holder. And I want to put a flower on there. I can put a flower on there. I can turn it into applique, or I can just have fun with the fills. So let's let's click number 13, and we're going to say okay. So here's where you can have fun with those fills. I'm going to zoom in a little bit if it'll allow. That's big, but that's okay. What you can do is you go back to your fill section. Actually, we're going to start over. We're going to start with the lines first. These are your drawn lines. This is your artwork. And you have to tell them to do something, or they're automatically going to be a satin stitch. So if you don't want that, then you want to change your line. So I'm going to click right here. And I'm just going to change it to a random running stitch. I'll choose the pink color. I will select my bucket, which is going to turn this line completely pink. So if I tap on it, my finger, I can use my stylus. I can use my mouse to tap on that line, and you'll see it turns pink. Okay, that line has been assigned a stitch. Now I'm going to go back and I'm going to do a orange for the middle, just so you can see it. Make sure my bucket's on and tap it. All right, now we're going to put some fills in there. So the first fill we're going to do is a full satin right here. So I call it a satin. You can call it a zigzag. You can call it whatever you want. But I call them satin or full fill. So I'm going to select that same orange, select OK. In my fills section, I'm going to make sure my bucket's on. I'm going to take my finger and tap in between. Okay. Next, we're going to put different fills on each of the flower petals. So let's go back to our fills. We will go to our decorative fills, select, and I'm just going to start picking random things. So let's do this one. I'm going to select that same pink color. I'm going to make sure my bucket's on, and I'm going to tap here. I'm going to go back. I'm going to do 5 different ones just because I can do what I want. I am the boss of my sewing machine. Oh, I love these random circles. Leave it on the pink, say okay, tap. And I'm going to do that 3 more times. I'm just going to find a random one. Let's get some more angles in there. Tap. Now, it looks like artwork right now, right? So that's what it is right now. It's artwork. We haven't pushed the magic button to turn it into stitches yet. Love this one. Love that one so much. It's so cute because now the holidays, this one looks, and I'll show y'all something. I'll show you something I did with it. You're gonna really like it. Okay. Let's see. One more. Why don't we do my honeycombs? Because y'all know I love those. Okay. And now I'm just going to click on the last one. I'm going to zoom out a little bit so you can see what's happening. Now you see that the designs are really big right here. That's okay because when I go to next, let's say I'm happy with this. If I go to next, what's going to happen is it's going to allow me to change the size of each of these. So that's not really that pretty. I mean, this one would be fine. But I'm going to shrink it down a little bit. We're going to do all of them by half. And I'm using my sizer. I can actually link all of them that are the same color. I thought I could. Oh, I was wrong. My bad. All right, we're going to go to this one. We're going to move it down by to 50. Now, if you're on an Altair Meridian, you're not going to see everything real time like the Solaris. So what you have down here, if you want to see what it looks like, you're going to hit preview OK, but don't hit set. If you hit set, you got to start all over if you didn't save this. So what you're going to do is hit preview OK, look at it. Do I like that size? No, I'm going to hit the not this return button, but if you're an Altair Meridian, you've hit preview OK, there's going to be a return right down here. And you select that and you can go back and change the size or whatever you want on the design. But once you hit set, you're kind of set. Okay, so that's littler. Let's see how no, my bad. I hit the wrong thing. Yeah, don't worry about me. I want to make sure I'm hitting the selecting. I keep saying hitting, selecting the fill, not the, and it'll show me up here. The fill, not the outline. Okay, there's that one. And I'm tired of reaching. So I'm going to use the mouse from here to there for the next one. Now let's get my honeycombs. Oh, hitting the wrong thing. There we go. All right. So I know this isn't gorgeous, but let's pretend we were super happy with this. I say at this point, just in case, go ahead and save it to memory. That way you can come back and rework on it. You can edit it. But if you don't at this point, you can't change anything. This will save a copy in iCue and the embroidery side. So eventually you can delete it or just leave it, whatever you want. I have never deleted anything off this machine. I'm sure things drop off just because I save a lot, and if it does, then I don't miss it. All right. So I'm going to select set now. Now, if you're on an Altair Meridian, you're going to hit preview, OK, set, OK. And now it's ready to embroider. So I'm going to see if there's any questions. Nope. Okay, good. Good. Okay. All right. So if I wanted to stitch this out on something, I could. But there's another thing I can do here. So let's pretend I'm going to do it just like this pretty little thing here. I want to put, that's my design, but I want to put some fill stitches around it. How do I do that? Pretty easy. So we're in the embroidery side. We're going to go to edit. And you see this little flower? We're going to tap it. And what it's going to do is build an outline around all the shapes. So you can see the outline. You can move the outline away. I usually do just because I don't like the outline sitting directly on top of everything. So it kind of gives me a little bit of distance. And watch this. Now, yours might say iCue Designer or iCue right here. Same thing for the Solaris owners. Memory means iCue. So we're going to select it, or right here, it only means iCue. We're going to select it, and it's going to yell at me, or I shouldn't say that. It's going to say, hey, Anna, you're going to find this outline in iCue Designer. You're going to look for it in this key. And I'm going to say, oh, okay, thank you. So now all I have to do is select add, go to IQ Designer. Again, it may be on somewhere different on your machine. And then I'm going to look for that button it told me to look for. And do you see that same flower that we selected earlier? Over there. There it is. Now what you're going to notice when I pull this in is that it's only the outline shape. Now I'm going to go one step further. I'm going to select this circle, this shapes design, and I'm going to come up here to this hoop. I'm going to tell it that I'm going to be using a 9.5 by 9.5 inch hoop. Why? I don't know. I'm just picking it. We're going to select OK. And there's a pretend box. There's a pretend square. There's a pretend hoop around my design. So watch what I can do. I can go to my fill properties. I can go to my decorative stitches. I can select this guy and say OK. I'm going to select the color. I'm going to turn on my bucket. I'm going to tap. Next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back. I'm going to go back here. I'm going to select. I am going to go look for, I can't remember how I did this before, but we're going to play. Which one was it? I can't remember. It's been a hot minute since I've done this technique. You know what? We're going to use the same shape actually. Because you can, oh no, it's this one. You can combine designs, right? You can make a really cool argyle look with combining the same stitch I just showed you. Now we're going to use this one, but we're going to select a different color. We're going to say OK, and we're going to tap. There it is. Wait, did I do that right, guys? Did I do that? Oh, you know what? I thought, did I do both of them? Someone's going to get me because you're saying, no, Anna, that's not right. I haven't done this in a long time. Actually, we're just going to start here. We're going to, let's see if I can remember how to do this. I haven't done it in so long. Actually, you know what? I am going to, can I save it? See, if you're new to the group, I forget things and I eventually discover that I knew how to do it. Let me see, can I save? Hold on, let me try something. That wouldn't make any sense. What I could do is just go to next, change the size, and there's an easier way to do it, but we're just going to play. We're going to say OK, and watch what happens when I go to set, OK, and now it's around my design. It's not behind it. There's nothing behind it, but it's around my design. Now let's go add another fill. I should have saved that, shouldn't I? I didn't save that, Anna. Okay, grab those two. Oh, it only lets me do one of them at once, which I never knew because I've never tried to do two at once. But that's okay. All right. Now let's go play again. Oops, not doing that. We're going to go get that diamond. There's a different one for it. Purple. We're going to go here. We're going to tap in here, and we're going to go to next. All right, there it is. But what I'm going to do is change the size. And when I figure out how to do it all in IQ, I know how to do it. I just can't remember. So I'm going to select OK. All right, so there it is. Now let's select set. OK. And now I have a combination, but that looks terrible. So y'all know I've done this in a video and I can't remember. So go watch the video. But I know a lot of you, I think Melinda has a video on YouTube. But just so you know, you can combine designs. You can combine fills. Again, this one looks terrible. But there's so much you can do with IQ Designer. It's not just, putting fills behind there. So let's talk about some other keys. Let's move on because I am showing out here. All right. So we learned about our line keys, our line properties. We're learning about a little bit about our fills and our shapes. But we can combine the shapes to make something too. So remember, you can create whatever you want. So maybe I want to, I don't know, I'm just thinking, what can I make? Oh, my double heart. Okay, I have there's a in the Mastering IQ, there's a double heart. So all that really is if you go here, we're gonna duplicate it. It's gonna come off to the side. I'm gonna move it here. I'm going to select size and bring the size down to whatever I want. And this is a whole long process of creating an applique of this, but in a nutshell, I'll show you the real thing. This is what it's going to look like when the applique is all done. So let me grab it. It's right here. And this I used 3 different fills. So hopefully you can see it okay. And I'll show it to you. Gosh, I'm liking this camera. Okay. So here's my double heart. But it's basically just one shape. It's not 2 hearts. Because what I do is I go here and I erase all this, and eventually we come back, and you'll have to get the book for the directions, but I create an applique for this double heart, and it's not 2 hearts, it's basically one giant shape. So I use that diamond fill, the crackle fill, and a rose fill, and look, you have candle wicking. How cute is that? I love it. So you can do a ton with it. Now there's one tip I'll always give you is save and save often. It's very important. So yeah, let me go here. Now again, we can do that same stamping feature with the regular embroidery designs. So let's go find an embroidery design here. What's this one? Ooh, yeah. These are appliques. These are really cute. Look for something here. Christmas is coming up. Okay. Well, let's work on a Christmas one. Let's use this pretty dove. We're going to hit set. And all you're going to do is go to edit. Now, remember, we're in the embroidery side right now. Edit, flower. I personally like to move my distance of the outline away. Just kind of where it's just sitting off of the design. Perfect. I'm going to save it to memory. It's going to tell me where to find that outline. And then I'm going to go to Add, IQ Designer. I'm going to go to my shapes, and I'm going to find the outline of the bird. And it'll always be top right. We're going to select OK. There she is. And I'm going to put a boundary around it. I'm just going to use that same 9.5 by 9.5. And now I can go in here and try to remember how to, no, we're not going to go through that process again. But what we are going to do is go into our custom fills. No, I'm sorry, our regular fills, decorative fills. And we can choose one of these. But if you have a Solaris Vision, let me show you something else. We're going to go to custom. And if you have the design suite, you can use some of the design suite designs. So I could use this one if I wanted to. I'm just going to, it's not going to match. Totally not matching. So I'm not happy with that. Can I change it? Yeah. We're going to go back to our fills. And we're going to go to our built-in, and I'm just going to find something sweet and dainty. Actually, the roses are really pretty, and you can spread them out, and they look super, super soft. This one could look like wind. the birds flying on wind. So let's try that and just see if we can manipulate it, because there are some other things you can do with the fills. You do not have to just, let them be just like this and just change the size. You can manipulate them more. Okay, so we're going to come over here. Usually there's one thing I always do, and if you're a Solaris owner, I always turn my outline on. It's set off. Now, if you are an Altair Meridian, and most likely the Destiny, the outline is on. And the reason why I leave it on is because each time, if it was off, each time the needle would stop and tie off, stop and tie off. This has a complete box around it, so it does not do that. All right, so first let's make the fill bigger, make it look like she's flying on air or on clouds. Oh, that's really pretty. But we can also change how that's going, the direction. So let's just change the direction a little bit. I don't know if 90 will really should. Let's do 135. I don't know why, just because. So now it's kind of moving this way. I'm looking at this guy. He's kind of moving up now rather than sideways. The other thing is I can distort it. So I'm just playing, and I don't understand the random shift thing, but I know it makes some cool things. Especially if you're trying to make pebbles. It makes pebbles really cool. So let's just stick with this right here. I'm just pushing buttons. Let's see if we get much of a distort. Not a whole lot of distortion, but it's pretty. And then the other thing is position offset. So I'm going to play with this. Let's see what happens with it. I mean, just play with things. Let's see what happens with that. It may not look much different. Yeah, it doesn't look much different. But you can really play with things if you wanted to, especially with the random shift and making little pebbles. So those of you who do the Dream Big panels, the center of your flower, you can make little bitty pebble looking things. It's really cool. Now we're going to select set, okay, and there she is. Now I can stitch this out on whatever I want. I can make a hot pad, I can make a quilt block, I can stretch it over some canvas, I can do whatever I want with it. It's my baby now. I've made it mine. So hopefully, I think I probably, I think I can go a few more minutes. If you don't mind, listen to me ramble. You're forgetting them. You know what, Diane? You know me so well, just because you know me. I'm very forgetful, but it comes back. And thank you. It is part of my charm. Let's see. Okay, so we're going to go back to IQ Designer. I'm just trying to see what else I can kind of show you guys without getting too deep. You can draw if you want. I can scan, with IQ Designer, we can take a hoop and put a piece of fabric in it. So I could take like everything just fell. Let's grab a piece of fire. Oh, I just got the cutest fabric for my doctor that is having a baby. He's not having a baby, his wife is. So I'm going to put this in my 4x4 hoop. And let's see what we can do with it in IQ Designer. It's not going to be pretty, guys. Okay. Now, if you have Altair Meridian, what you're going to do is you're going to use the IQ Positioning app. Again, I have a ton of videos on that. So you can go through the video list, or, I can always go back over it eventually again. I don't mind. I do want to say probably will not be on next Wednesday just because it's Thanksgiving here in the States. And although I'm not really getting ready for anything, I just think everybody else will. Look how cute that fabric is. So what if I wanted to turn this tree into embroidery? Could I do that? This is fabric. Let's say I wanted to make a pillow with this fabric, but on the pillow cuff, I wanted to embroider the same tree. Could we do that? Watch this. So I'm actually sliding this onto my hoop. And again, if you're using Altair Meridian, what you're going to do is use the scanning app to take a picture of your hoop. Here we on our Solaris and Destiny, we're going to do an image scan. And it's going to take a picture. I'll show you what it's doing. It's just, tape. Remember I told you I got it taped down. So it's taking a picture. See it moving there? All right. Oops. I'm going to have to do that again because I bumped the hoop and I don't want a skewed picture. But you can kind of see the picture right there. So I'm going to just do it one more time, guys. My fault. I just want a really good picture of it. Now, this does take a little work. But if you're a designer, and which you all are, you're making quilts, you're doing embroidery, everybody's a designer in my group. If you're playing with IQ Designer, I'm going to turn it up a little bit. There's my fabric. Then you won't mind doing this process. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to zoom in. And that's the tree I want to use. Now, what we're going to do is kind of trace, we're going to use our shapes to build this, but the star, I'm not going to trace that because I know I have a star in here that I can put on top of my tree. So actually for this, we're going to use our shapes. And see, this is how I do things. This is literally me. My brain never stops. And I just thought of this idea as we're on air here. So I'm going to grab a square. Okay, and let me zoom out so you can see my square. Can you see my square? He's huge. So I am going to go to size. I'm going to shrink it down till it can't shrink down no more. But what I'm also going to do is zoom in a little bit each time, just so I can make sure. Because I'm going to try to get it the size, or we're using the blue one up there. So I'm going to try to get it about that width. Now we can zoom in really good here. This would be really cute. Okay. So the cool thing about the size button is we have proportionally smaller and bigger, but we also have unproportional smallers and biggers. So I can squish them. And I can bring them in. Okay, I'm going to say I'm happy with that. But watch this. Now what I'm going to do, you can just, if I turn this off, there's my box or my rectangle. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to copy this one just by using our duplicate key right here. I'm going to move him. Now, the fabric's not straight, but I'm going to look at it as it is. I'm not going to mess with like turning anything because I know my design will be straight. What happened to where'd he go? Oh, it's just so faint. Okay, sorry guys, I thought I lost it. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is go back to size. Now, let me tell you something. I'm going to turn this off so you can see something. If you're designing and you happen to do this, the red box is off of the part that you are working on. What I want you to do is go to your back arrow and hit it once. And you'll see it may move to where it was before and you might get a little mad, but it's going to be so much easier to work with that red box. Trust me. Trust me. All right, let's turn our Christmas tree back on. And you can see what you're doing with the red box. Let's go to size. Actually, I'm going to move it back down. I really need to find this fabric again. It was a couple years ago. Diane, I don't know if you got some from Debbie, but it was really cute. Okay, so next we're going to copy this one and we're going to bring it down. Oh, what did you do? Hold on. There we go. I'm going to bring them down and I'm just going to stretch him out. Let's go to size. Now, it's a little bit different when you have, I'm going to move them over. There we go. A flower. What you have to do when you have something you've got to trace, you're going to use your line tools up here and you've got these pencils and you draw around. And I will show you, those of you, if it's here, my It's got to be here somewhere. My Dream Big panel, I did it all with IQ Designer. Okay, did I move something? I did, there it is. Okay, so now we're going to copy this one. And we're going to move it kind of to the center. We're going to do the exact same thing. We're going to stretch them out, make them bigger. And I can move him over kind of like that. Good enough. Remember, who's the good enough sewer? Anna. All right, last one. I'm just going to bring it down here. And I'm not worrying about if it's crooked or if the fabric's crooked or not, because I know that my design will be pretty straight. And I can go back and kind of just tweak it a little bit. So we're going to go to size. We're going to stretch it out. I'm going to move it over right here. And now I've got this little piece right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this big piece again, and I'm going to pull it off. And what I'm going to do is rotate it 90 degrees. I'm going to move it over just so it's kind of about right there. I'm going to say okay. And now I'm going to go back to my size. I'm going to squish it. Oh, that was the wrong switch. Let me tell you something. This happens to me every time. If you turn it 90 degrees, use the opposite button. So we want to use this one, but it's actually this one. It's confusing, especially if you have a brain like mine. So we're going to make it about, oh, that was too much. We need to spread it out a little bit. All right, let me look up here. Now you can't see it right now, but I'm basically crossing two lines. All right, so I'm going to turn my background off. Oh, there's my tree. How stinking cute. Now I can go and erase this. So we're going to zoom in really close. I'm even going to get in closer because with the Solaris, we can get up to 1600%. I'm going to use my eraser. I'm going to turn it down really low, and I'll show you why. I like the square. So see my square? That's too big for me. And I'll show you why. When you use the eraser, you should always start away from where you're going to erase and move into it. Because if you don't, you might accidentally do this. If you do that, you're going to use the back arrow. And we're going to start again. I'm going to slowly go up. Oh my gosh. Okay. That's so, that breaks my nerves. Okay, but now I'm going to go all the way down to 1. And you can do this in the Altera Meridian. And you can just tap each pixel and it disappears. Okay, now we're going to zoom out to about 200. Let's do 400%. Let's go to our shapes, and we're going to go find a star. It can be anyone you like. I think there's some more. There we go. There's a funky star. Is there anything over here? No, not really star-like, but you could really play. Let's grab this guy. Let's set okay. And can you see him out here? He's huge. Let's go to size, and we're going to press this button until it gets to the size we want. And I wouldn't make it too small where you can't, it doesn't look good stitched out. Boom. What? That's adorable. Okay, so I'm going to change all of these lines. See, it's set on zigzag. I don't want that. I'm going to go to running stitch. And let's do that blue color. Why not? I mean, this is close enough to it. I'm going to select my bucket and tap each of the boxes. I'm not going to do, can y'all see that? Okay, good. I'm not going to do the star because the star is going to be gold. And then I'll go and get this gold. Hopefully y'all can see this okay. Okay. Now we're going to go to our fills. So we're going to go to our fill properties. We're going to leave it on the satin fill stitch. Let's select that same yellow. We're going to turn on our bucket. I know you can't see that. I can barely see it. Jeez Louise. You might have me. Okay. There we go. Woo. Okay. Now, guys, I can barely see my lines. I don't know why. If I zoom out, can I see them? 8? No? Okay, good. Oh, I can barely see them if I do the 800. It's a really light blue. So what I'm going to do is go into my colors, and I know y'all can't see them, so it'll be like magic for you. I'm going to select okay, and I'm going to tap this guy. I think that's one. I think that's one, and I think that's one. I am so proud of myself. Oh my gosh. Look how cute that is. All right. I'm gonna save that to memory because I may be stitching these out to match this fabric, and hopefully I can find this fabric again. So next, I know he's teeny weeny. Could I make him bigger? Yeah, why not? So we may want to, because after looking at the stitching, oh no, it'll be fine. After looking at the stitching, it's fine. Now, can I play with the decorative stitching? Yeah, you can. I'm sorry. Can I play with the fill satin stitching? You can. You can turn the density down or up a little by 10%. That star does not look good at that size. So I would probably make these a little bigger. Pull compensation I can play with, and undersewing I can play with. So let's pretend I was happy with this. I mean, I'm kind of happy, but I think I would make it bigger. Actually, let's do this. Let's see if we can, we're going to select the whole design. And we're going to go to size, and let's make, oh, that's because it was only an inch. No wonder. This might look better. So let's go around 4 inches. Let's select OK. And next. And I'm going to zoom in. I want to look at that star. And see, this is where you just have to, oh, it's cute. This is where you just have to play, guys. So we're going to select set. Okay. And now I can stitch these out. How stinking cute will that be? Okay, sorry, I just got back to reading. Will the bird or background stitch first? You know, let me think. Because I had the bird there first, I should have saved it and I could tell you. I can mock one up really quickly. I believe it is the, it might be the background. I'm trying to remember, but I'll do a mock up real quick. Thank you. All right, so let's save this puppy because I'm probably going to use that, hopefully, if I get a chance. Let me do a quick mock up again of that so we can check that out. Now, if you have the, I believe it was the Solaris 2 and the Solaris Vision, you're able to move stitches up. So let's go, these are really big. Those are so beautiful though. Let's pretend we're going to do a little bridal. Oh, okay. And I'm just going to quickly make an outline. I'm not going to even worry about moving it. I'm going to go here. I'm going to say, okay, add. Now I've done this tons of times, so that's why I'm able to, but it took me, you know, learning, just like anything else, learning how to do this. And if you spend a little bit of time on it, you can totally do any of what I'm doing. And a lot of this, I hate to say this, but a lot of what I'm showing you is basic. It may seem daunting now, but once you get the basics down, you're like, oh, I got this. Okay, I'm just going to put a frame around it just because I can. Let's see, will that fit? Yeah. And let's go and, oops, let's go to our camera. I'm just going to pick any fill. Let's do the floral. And we're going to pick a baby, no, let's pick a dark color so y'all can see it. Okay, there we go. Next. And I'll turn my outline on. I'm just going to leave it at that right there. But we're going to select set. Okay. All right, there we go. So right here, it's showing me what will stitch out first. Okay, so it is the design. I just couldn't remember. Okay, so it will be the colors of the design and then the fill. But if you have this feature on your Solaris, it's this guy right here. If you wanted the fill to switch out, stitch out first, all you have to do again is this little guy in edit. What we're going to do is we're going to move it up above. So you can move different pieces above if you want to of the design. The other thing we can do is, let's say, well, we could use, I know I went all the way back to IQ, but I'm gonna do something here. I'm gonna but you gotta learn. So we're gonna go touch this button here. First, what we're going to get is a stipple. But what I'm going to do is change it down to a smaller hoop. Remember we were playing with the, or I pulled that hoop up? Oh, we'll just leave it on the tent. So here, this has a, the fills are built in. One of my favorite one. This is one of my favorites right here, especially if you're doing an aquatic theme. It makes it look like water. Love that echo quilting. And then my fills. So I can pick any of the fills I want. So I can use the flower, or I can choose, and that's all on the embroidery side. Pretty cool, huh? Let's do something softer and sweeter. I'm not very soft and sweet. Like, I'm girly, but when it comes to weddings, I'm like, let's put the dress on and just get married, type of girl. I can change the size down here. I'm gonna make it bigger. Okay, that would be fine if that was white. If I stitched the background out in white and this on top, how stunning would that be? Oh my gosh, that would be beautiful. So I just push OK and embroidery, and I'm ready to go. It's yelling at me about my baby brain. How sweet would that be for a bride? So, with that being said, I know it's kind of been a Mod Podge, kind of bunch of stuff thrown at you there. But it's basically learning the tips and tricks of IQ Designer will definitely make you successful with it, and you'll be able to do a lot of cool things. Now, I know you can't see this back here, but that jellyfish, it's in the Solaris, has that echo quilting. So when I did it in white, so you really kind of have to see it in person. But what happens is it looks like the jellyfish is moving with that echo quilting. It's beautiful. I am so proud of that thing. You don't know how proud I can't believe I came up with those colors and thought about that. Just quick things that I'll show you if you're still hanging on. In the hoop mug rugs, this is one. This is made on my Meridian. I think this was made on my Meridian. This is a built-in design in there. I love her. She's so perfectly precious. And I built the whole mug rug in IQ Designer. So I created my own in the hoop project, and we've done several of those. Oh, I can't show you that one. Sorry, almost did, but let me show you that. I was going to show you the background stitching that I really, really love. See that? That's one of the ones I chose. This is for the event I'm doing in December at the Cotton Blossom. We're going to be making some cool little projects. I'll show you that one. What else can we make with it? We can make tags. I love making tags for gifts and such in IQ Designer. So can't see the embroidery. How do we do that? It's I have directions. Making name tags. You can iron it on. Simple little bookmark. Simple stuff. Love this one. That design is in the Meridian Altair. This is actually the applique feature. Is that backwards? I guess it is. The applique feature in the embroidery side of the machine you can make your own ornaments, just anything you want. I love using the designs. You can make your own ornaments. I love doing them that way too. This one is beautiful. I actually hold it right. I put Mylar behind the, this is a design built into the machine, and I put Mylar behind the poinsettia leaves. Are those, they're leaves, right? And it gives it a little extra shimmer. So there's all kinds of stuff you can do. Oh, that's not it. There's all kinds of stuff you can do. And let me show you mine, if y'all are still hanging on. This is my dream big flower. Now, all parts of the petals are done in different fills. See, it's kind of hard to see, but the different fills, because I didn't outline anything. A lot of people will outline the flower. I did not. I thought it looked softer this way. So I'm just going to hold it up. And all the way out to the edges. The edges I used the stippling stitch. So, you know, if you want to practice fills, get you one of these. These are awesome. This is like so cool. And usually I have it hanging up, but for some reason I don't have it hanging up right now. And last year we did a table runner. Well, we played with designs, and this is using fills and shapes. So this is a Hope Yoder design, which I love these. So you can see I used the shapes. I manipulated them a little bit, and you can see the fills kind of on the outer. And here's the gingerbread man. He's so cute. I love the gingerbread man. So one of the free designs that is in the file selection or section is this Let It Sew. This is a Baby Lock design, not the background, but this is a Baby Lock design, and it was free last year. So you can still find it there because it's almost Christmas time. One of my other favorite projects is doing pillows and using, you know, all the built-in fonts and playing with the built-in designs and the fonts. This is another applique using the built-in big fonts. And Huntsback. Y'all know me, I got so much stuff. This is another design I think that is free in the file section. If it's not, I'll get it for you. I believe so. I made this little zipper bag. It's not pretty. I made it really quick, but you can see the background stitching with the fills. Super cute. And so there's just so much to do. And y'all know I have a ton of stuff to I'm just grabbing. I'm just reaching. What's in here anyways? I don't know. No, I don't even know what's in here. This is one of the first projects I taught with IQ Designer. It's kind of meh, but I was teaching myself how to use it. And when I was teaching at Bernina Connection, where I was teaching at, this is one of the first projects we did. And I don't know if some of you girls remember that, but we just used our shapes. We used some fills. We actually designed the whole thing. So like the ball, the little right here, the little right there. Super cute. So you can really play with your shapes. Yeah, Diane, I figured you would. That's when I was rough around the edges. This is one that I still haven't. Oh my God, I love this. And I still need to make a pillow out of it. I know if Jory saw, she'd fuss at me because I haven't made my pillows yet. But this one, we took a clip art of an umbrella and we turned it into applique. And then we built some little raindrops. I love this one. Look how cute this came out. So you can really do anything you want. All the batiks, isn't that cute? I really need to do something with that. That's precious. I keep forgetting how much I love things. Oh, this one's not mine. It was made for me, but we did do a in the hoop candle mats. So there's so much you can do with it. And hopefully, you know, just by watching the videos, getting inspired. What is this? Oh, I always forget I have this. Just getting inspired by watching everybody else's videos or watching your friends or having a sew day. Go to your local shop and ask questions here, ask questions anywhere. Now this is the yarn feature with the decorative stitching around it. Here's the thing, you can't automatically put the decorative fills around the yarn. So you have to do a little bit of a process, and I've taught that before too. And this was the other ones that are just like that. And this one, these are off the new Meridian upgrade. So yeah. All right. Okay, well, I think I probably drove y'all crazy enough couching. Thinking, what did I say? Did I say something else? I get couching and what's the other one called? I always call one the other, so no worries. All right. I did that on live too. Yeah, the candle mat. And someone special named Ronnie made me that one. Okay. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for hanging out with me this evening. Again, this is Wednesday nights are going to be new for me, so I don't know really because on Sundays I felt like I could run however long I wanted, and it still kind of might be. So if it's a little late for you, you can always go back and rewatch. I appreciate you all for coming on and still supporting our little group. We have a lot of fun. And if you happen to be in Mississippi area up near Jackson or Ridgeland, I will be in a live event. I haven't done one for many years. I since I stopped with the RNK and Hope Yoga, I don't know how I'm going to act, guys. I'm going to be like a mess. But it's going to be so much fun. I'm so excited about getting back into it. And with wonderful people at the Cotton Blossom. So if you want to find out more information about that, I did make a post yesterday. I have to update it a little bit. I kind of called it something that it's not. So I'm going to update and repost that post tonight, or if you just want to fly out. It's December 1st and December 2nd. Come see me, come hang out. And guess what? My mama's going to be there. So excited. Okay. All right. Well, I thank you all for coming tonight. Most likely will not be on next Wednesday just because this is the day before Thanksgiving. But if I happen to pop on, I'll give you some warning. But otherwise, I do hope you guys have a happy holiday and eat lots of turkey. And if you want to send me ideas, give me some ideas of what y'all want to see. And remember to always shop local, shop small. And I will see you guys very soon. We might do one in place of next Wednesday if, I don't get on next Wednesday. All right, everyone. Have a great rest of your week and a great weekend. If you're in Tallahassee, Bradley Days is this weekend, so that's going to be fun. All right, everyone. Have a good one. Thank you. Bye-bye.